Okay, chat. Welcome to Crypto Rap Live. I go by the name of Why Not. I'm the greatest crypto rapper of all time. And we're going to take a look around the market. A lot of wonderful things to see out there today. I might cook up a song. Beautiful day out today. I don't know if I could say the same about the market, but just outside. Unless apparently you live in the northeastern United States. I guess it's pretty rainy up there right now. Seen a lot of people complaining about wet weather over in New York and shit. Welcome to the stream, God. Pleasure to have you. 33 Kid, what's up? We just got started. We got a lot to see and do. Let's look at some stuff. First things first. This guy. Rainy in New York, says God. True. That's what I heard, bro. It's got to be coming down pretty hard out there, huh? You get those Atlantic storms. It's been a little bit rainy out here, like scattered showers in Los Angeles, but nothing too crazy, bro. Anyway, so this coin right here, this one's crazy. The guy died. He went on Pump.Fun. He live streamed. Pump.Fun has live stream integration. And he streamed himself dying. I mean, he made himself die, but he streamed himself leaving this planet by his own hands, right? It was crazy. It was shocking. Everyone was disturbed. How could this guy do it, right? Keep in mind, this guy is like a multi-$100 million founder. Let's pull up his. Somebody made like long posts about him and shit. Peace out, God. Where is it? So right here. So this guy right here, Jeffy Yu, he founded Zerbro. Zerbro, one of the most popular, most successful crypto projects of its time. At the peak of the AI meta, it shredded hundreds of millions of dollars of market cap, seeing an all-time high around 800 mil or something like that. Let me send this space around. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Good to have you. I'm gonna just send this link around. Maybe we'll get some more people to join, and then we'll get started for real. Because as much as I love to present to nobody, it's a little bit more gratifying to present to somebody. Whoops. There we go. Hey, welcome aboard. Welcome. Good to have you. Let me send this link. Bing, bing, bong. You are watching Crypto Rap Live. We are streaming on TikTok, the greatest platform in the world. You guys are the greatest audience ever. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a lot to cover today. It's going to be an absolute blast. I'm just going to finish sending this link around, and then we will jump right in. Absolutely astonishing things happening in the market. What the? Am I bugging? Did I go live already today? I didn't go live today, did I? Welcome. Let's see, just send this there. All right, nice. Let's get started for real. So this is a shocking story with a lot of twists and turns and a lot of market implications. So let's go back in time. Let's jump in our little market time machine over to a little coin that maybe you guys recognize called Zerbro. Currently sitting at $37 million market cap, but if you go all time on this chart, during the peak of the AI meta, this thing touched almost $800 million market cap. Tremendously successful project, pushing almost $1 billion, backed by some of the biggest names in the space. What went wrong, right? Well, the whole market took a hit, and pretty much every project was affected, especially AI projects. Because it had become such an oversaturated, competitive ecosystem of those coins, not a lot were left to thrive, you feel me? It really, only a handful could survive of the literally dozens of AI projects that were launching every single week. And Zerbro might have been a good candidate for that surviving project. The fact that it almost touched $1 billion market cap, that it was doing something slightly different with their Twitter personality and their content creation engine and all of this stuff. But ultimately, it too suffered the great fall of the market that everyone else did at the start of this year, and didn't really recover. Unlike some other coins, for example, Alchemist AI. Alchemist AI, look at this. So it suffered the same fall that Zerbro did, but it recovered tremendously, doing almost 10 plus times, actually looking like a 15 times or something from the bottom. Really, really great performance. Zerbro did not do the same. Now, why? People just didn't vibe with the idea of an AI agent that made music anymore. AI agents were a novel concept when this launched in November of last year, but now they are definitely way overplayed. Everybody and their grandmama is launching an AI agent, and people don't trust that it's a legitimate project. They think that there's a human behind the hood. And I agree with them. That human behind the hood was this guy right here, Jeffy Yu. Now, right now, we're looking at his obituary. The purported result of what has happened, what we will discuss very soon. 2002 to 2025, far too young, a 23-year-old man. Here they say, a martyr of imagination and creativity, Jeffy Yu, a visionary artist, technologist, and cultural force, passed away in May 2025 at the age of 22. His life, though brief, was lived with intensity, brilliance, and devotion to creation that he hoped would inspire others for eternity. A tech prodigy from an early age, Jeffy entered Stanford University at just 15 to study computer science. Pause. Stanford is admitting 15-year-olds? Why? Literally, why? It's the dumbest shit I ever read, but let's continue. Driven by a restless curiosity and creative spark, he later attended Northeastern University in Arizona State. This guy supposedly went to Stanford at 15, but then he transferred to Arizona State? Of every fucking school in the country, you write your ticket to any fucking school because you went to Stanford and you're going to go to Arizona State? I like to party too, bro. But you're going to throw your future away to go... And don't get me wrong, Arizona State's a fantastic university, but it's no Stanford. Come on. Driven by a restless curiosity and creative spark, blah, 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 leaving academia behind to dive fully into the world he was already building. By the age of 19, he was working full-time as a software engineer in Santa Cruz. 2 years later, he co-founded and scaled a company to an $800 million market cap in under 6 months. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. We're reading his obituary. Supposedly the man is gone. Supposedly he died. There's a video. It's this video right here, actually. This is the last image of the man. That dark shape that you see under his chin is precisely what you think it is. Precisely what you don't want it to be. And this is the image. Now, here's an interesting thing. This is a screenshot of the video. Notice, the guy's face is bright orange. The guy's face is bright orange. That's what happens in the video. How is the guy's face going to be illuminated bright orange from the front of him if the supposed thing creating the bright orange light is under him? There's a little bit of a disconnect here. This is where the pieces start to kind of fall apart a bit. People are wondering, okay, that doesn't look particularly legitimate. Then we scroll up and we find the obituary's actually been removed. The website took it down. So the website that it was initially uploaded on, it's no longer there. The page is now like non-existent. Why? Why would you remove an obituary? Somebody only dies once, right? They can't undie. Or can they? So, people then do some on-chain sleuthing. And they realize that this guy bought his own coin. This coin right here. He bought his own coin after supposedly dying. He bought the memorial coin for him. How, from beyond the grave, are you going to make and then buy a coin if you're supposed to be dead? It doesn't make any sense. The piece is totally collapsing now. And you're combining all of these different loose threads. Keep in mind, this is what he said just a few days ago. I do not intend to harm myself in any way. This was posted literally a few short days ago, like a week ago. He said, I do not intend to harm myself in any way. So let's look at all the pieces here. He does not intend to harm himself in any way. He goes live and streams himself, but somehow the lighting is inaccurate as he's illuminated from the front as if an orange light is shown onto his face rather than having it come from below as it should. He somehow is able to deploy a token and then buy that token and trade that token on chain from the same wallets despite supposedly being gone. So keep in mind, this guy just took $800 million. This is an $800 million project that went straight down to 20 mil. And you know, everything I'm talking about is speculation, right? I can't say any of this with certainty. But if all the pieces are aligning the way that it looks like they're aligning, this guy didn't do it. He's still around. He faked his death in order to exit scam on this project. 800 million evaporated like that. Now, it's a sensitive, it's a touch and go, it's a touchy subject. Because this is not the first time that something like this has happened before. In fact, the original Pump Fund streaming was shut down precisely because the same thing that Jeffy purportedly did happened before. And now it happened again. First thing when he comes back, Apric, bro. Good to see you. Long time no see. Now it supposedly happened again. But people are not convinced. They are really not convinced. But let's look at some evidence in the other direction. Here we've got a post here. If you're reading this, it's because my 72-hour Deadman switch triggered, so I'm not here, at least physically. Or my ADHD really got the best of me. And I'll post an update when I have that oh shit moment. This is a Lega coin, as in a legacy coin. My final art piece. LL Jeffy. Not an investment, not a security. It doesn't pass due. No promises, no returns, no management efforts, no advertising, no speculation. Nothing but voluntary action. It's the opposite of a security. It's where I took my money I made, bought tokens, and burned them. Relatives are sent instructions and funds when DMs is activated. An eternal grave in cyberspace. So he posts this post days later, an hour ago, as of a couple hours ago, about how he actually set it up to deploy the token from beyond the grave. That this is the result of his inactivity. Yeah. Ansem is even in here in the comments saying, I'm not sure if this is real. I'm not sure if we know what actually happened. But what this does do, even if it's not real, even if he faked it, it does bring to light the toxicity in our space. The fact that people really do drive others to the edge. This guy was an accomplished founder. He built an $800 million AI coin that everybody in the space had heard of at the time that it was popular. It was one of the biggest projects of its meta. And it was revolutionary and boundary pushing in a lot of ways. Sure, the price went down. The price of everything went down. But despite that, the pressure on him, no doubt, was very, very intense. I have no doubt in my mind that this guy was getting highly, highly degraded, rated, and otherwise deflated by what people were saying. Imagine you'd log on to Twitter every day and people are screaming at your face telling you that you rug pulled and blah blah blah. Now, the guy was young. Based on what we read, he was in Stanford at 15. He started working at 19 when he was making the company. The guy's 22 years old. He's still, I would say, a child in that sense. He doesn't know better. So that's another thing counting for the truth of the story. That this is a guy that's clearly been under a lot of pressure his whole life. And this could have been the breaking point. This space is highly toxic. The pressure is always on. And if you fail to perform, people are going to scream it in your face. So yeah. Now here's an interesting thing. On the importance of knowing how to program, Jeffy is still working on coding after his death. Finally, he succeeded in becoming the first person to be resurrected through issuing coins. It's really awesome. LL Jeffy. So if it's real, if this really was his pre-programmed effort to launch a coin from beyond the grave, that's remarkable. God bless his sacrifice, but that's a remarkable accomplishment. And I like to say this before in my chat too. When I die, bury me on Pump Fun. Like, put me on chain, bro. There's no other way I would rather go. That shit, you could trade the shit out of me when I'm gone. That, to me, it's an honor, right? You die as you live. But anyways, let's run through this detailed breakthrough, only 17 minutes old, of the entire story with a particular angle to what's important in this conflict. Forget about whether or not he did it or not. Crypto news sites reported that Zero Bro founder Jeffy Yu unalived himself on stream a few days ago. Some people are saying he faked his death to escape pressure and rug quietly. Either way, it's messed up, and this situation says a lot about the state of the space. If he did take his life, it's a harsh reminder that being a founder here often means carrying the weight of an entire community's expectations, market swings, and the pressure to perform without ever cracking. And if he didn't, and he just wanted out, that still says a lot. That disappearing or faking death somehow feels safer than being honest about failure in this space. The tragedy here isn't about one person, it's about the impossible expectations, the degen entitlement, the lack of support systems, both mental and structural, for builders under pressure. It's about a system where burnout is normalized, where devs are expected to be therapists, market analysts, and meme machines, where the loudest people are often the least invested but somehow the most entitled, and people still think that floor price is a valid reason to harass someone. Whatever happened, it's not funny. It's a fucked up mirror of what we've built, and we need to do better. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. The toxicity in this space has reached a boiling point. People will drive to the ends of the earth to try to punish someone for creating in this space. And what kind of ecosystem does that lend ourselves to, where we can't be free to make mistakes? That's not the spirit of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship demands failure. It demands reiteration. You need to throw yourself out there and make something. You need to lose so that you know what to make better next time. And we're not getting that legitimately if the first time you have a semblance of a quote-unquote failed project, $800 fucking million market cap, by the way, and people are saying that it's a failed project. Everybody and their grandmother could have made life savings off of that shit, and everybody's still bitching and moaning, and they're still putting the pressure on this poor kid. What does that do for us? We're not inviting people with open arms to create, to innovate, to move the space forward, to push the envelope. We're punishing people for doing that. We're putting insurmountable pressure on the pioneers that are supposed to be building this industry. And that is disgusting. That is disgusting from the perspective of the market, of the investors. Like, what goes through your head that you would sooner see someone leave this earth than make another project? It is horrific, truly. That's my main takeaway from all of this. That the pressure of this space is undue. I literally do not care if you lost money on Zero. Your own financial decisions are your own. And to be a grown human being blaming another grown man for your own decisions is the most baboon-brained mechanic of crypto culture as it exists today. The fact that people will cry and moan and bitch and scream when something goes the wrong way, instead of taking ownership over their own financial decisions, instead of being a responsible, grown-up human being. It's truly, truly horrific. So I hope that this guy is still alive. I hope that all the evidence that it was faked is true, and that he just found his exit. And I hope he gets as far away from this space as possible, because that is just disgusting. Imagine pushing something to $800 million market cap and still being persecuted like you rug pulled people. This thing, the market failed. He was not the biggest holder in this project. Frank DeGods was the biggest holder in this project. Frank DeGods, Thread Guy, Orangey, all of these guys rugged and left. You're blaming the wrong people. There are bad actors, extractive actors, industry insiders that are literally trying to take money, and they don't care about the outcome of the project. They're not the ones getting the flack. They're not the ones getting the consequences. The guy who made the project, who dedicated his life, who built this thing from the ground up, who made it from 0 to 800 million, that's the guy who's getting the flack. And it really, really just doesn't make any sense. It's my best friend, Trap Lemonade, came in the chat, sucking Benny Euro's dick again on stream. That is fantastic, bro. Good to have you here. I hope that penis tastes good today, bro. Pleasure to have you, my friend. Every day I see a Benny Euro mention in my chat, I get a little bit excited, bro. I get tingles up and down my spine. I love that man so much. I wish I could have his penis in my mouth like you do, bro. But yeah, that's LL Jeffy. And so he deployed from beyond the grave. The project's at 6 million right now. It moved up to 100 million, and then it rugged again. Now, could you imagine if he actually did fake his death? He made this project, deployed it, and then he rugged it? Wouldn't that be hilarious? If he actually, like, literally rugged Zero and then faked his death and then made a legacy coin and then rugged another 100 million? That would be pretty incredible, honestly. You got a long way to go to reach Benny Euro's level. Maybe try indeed. Is he like your LeBron James, bro? I really don't understand where this dick riding comes from. Do you have a poster of him in your room? You got a little hole cut out on his mouth? It just doesn't make sense. The only thing I can think of is that you are Benny Euro. And if you are Benny Euro, why, as a grown man, are you going on people's streams pretending to be your biggest fan? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not mad, bro. I love Benny Euro. He's a close personal friend. He and I get along quite deeply, actually. He's been on my stream a number of times. I've promoted his projects. We get along, bro. It's you that has the problem. That's what I don't really understand. So yeah, at 80% retrace on this chart right now, people are very, very confused at this point. There's no clarity in the market as to whether or not this is legitimate. It's important to remember in this that Jeffy faked his death to exit scam, and somehow Shah, the founder of AI16Z, is convinced that it's real because he is a mouth-breathing moron. He also did a lot of stealing on the chain that we are all aware, but that's not really important. I think he's an egomaniac psychopath, and him randomly using this exit scam to moral high ground is hilarious. Since you're casually asking me to unalive, show me one example where I profited off anything and your disgusting shithead friends have accused me of. Anything. It's on chain. Where's my profit? I built and you shit on me. Like you shit on everything, making up wild-ass conspiracies, because you are nothing but shit. You see that, right? Pathetic, gambling addict trash with no personality and nothing to offer. Sad, TBH. Literal psychopathic behavior on this app. I'm not gonna lie, Shaw, something is off about him. Like, when I saw him for the first time on a stream, I kind of got the vibe that he was, like, not heart in the right place. Like, I saw him talking in an interview. He was in a media-sanctioned legit interview with the big TV cameras and the news reporter and all that. And he was talking about how he's pioneering the future of AI on chain. Bro, all you did was make an anime character that talks to people, right? Am I wrong in that? 2335644 7CGZ says, how much money did you make last month? The IRS agent right here going from TikTok stream to TikTok stream, like, how much money did you make last month? Okay. And the month before that? Okay. And before that? Okay, great. Next stream. Like, bro, I'll answer your question when you have a real fucking name. You just got a bunch of numbers and letters in your shit, bro. Come on. How am I supposed to take you seriously? CIA can't afford actually usernames anymore, bro? Like, yes, bro, I would love to give you my detailed personal financial information to a stranger that doesn't even have a username on TikTok. They gotta fire their interns, bro. Hey, if they're hiring, I would be way better at getting people's financial information than you, bro. So tap in, deadass. DM me if you are the IRS or the FBI. I got you. I would love to work for you. Apric says, who cares? We win and lose all the time. That's the way it goes, bro. What is this? This is from the Met Gala? That looks nice, honestly. Oh, is that A$AP Rocky? That is so funny that A$AP Rocky pulls up with a blick in his outfit when he literally just beat a charge for that in LA. Like, that's pretty bold. Let's see. Okay, I removed my post about Jeffy amidst rumors. This Jeffy drama is actually like super interesting. It's pretty funny to me. I removed my Jeffy post amidst rumors that it may not be true. My post was written to raise awareness around unalive prevention, but after reading comments and a few messages, I can't confirm the veracity of it. The message still stands. If you need help, please ask for it. I don't know why you would have to delete the message just because people are speculating that it's fake. The message definitely still stands. But let's see here. Alright, I've got to say something because I was genuinely triggered by your post, Farouk. You can't call yourself a journalist and share something like that without doing the most basic source check, which I did in 2 seconds, and I'm not even a journalist. We can't expect much from the threaders, shitposters, and engagement farmers chasing clicks, since most haven't developed critical thinking skills and just parrot what they read, like their grandparents did with the radio. But can we at least expect better from those in your field? Let's raise the bar for this industry and not play the clown every time. I don't call myself a journalist, never have and never will. I actually make sure to tell people I am not a journalist. And the difference between me and others is that while you are all fighting, I tried to raise awareness around an important issue without pointing fingers. Sorry if you were triggered, but there are worse people and things to go after. I don't understand the beef, honestly. I don't really get why Loki is hating on that guy. Ripple has XRP escrow releases planned for 55 years. Just stop and think for a moment, guys. Think. Bitcoin is what? Almost 20 years old now or something like that. Ethereum's 10 years old. XRP, I don't know how old it is, but it's probably somewhere between that ballpark as well. Think about a 55-year time scale. Where will crypto be in 55 years? Genuinely stop and think, because this is not something that most people do. Most people just are concerned about the price the next day. But in 55 years, where do you imagine Bitcoin being? It could be literally millions of dollars per coin. Or it could be zero. It's really, really such an interesting time scale to think about, because the industry is so nascent, is so new. There's still so much left to be done. I don't know. It could go either way. Take a look at this, guys. Brand new GTA 6 screenshots just revealed today. Look at this chase in the fucking swamp in the Everglades. It looks so dope. You got the truck going through the swamp. You got a gator in there, the helicopter chasing him. The realism looks pretty on point. Let's look at the next one. You got the Florida Keys in there. They're called the Leonidas Keys or whatever. You see Miami in the background there, right? So you got Miami in the full Florida Key setup with the islands, the boats, the plane, everything. Look at the density in this world. There's hella traffic on the road, hella planes in the sky, hella boats in the water, all at the same time. Let's go to the next one. Look at this, a gorgeous canyon setting. Now, there's nothing like this in the state of Florida, but there is something like this in the state of Georgia. So this is really interesting because this seems to suggest that the map is going to extend beyond the boundaries of Florida and actually into surrounding states, potentially Georgia, I don't know, maybe as far as like South Carolina, maybe like Louisiana, Alabama on the west side. Who knows? Sky's the limit. But it's supposedly the biggest map in GTA history. Then we got the downtown setting. You got people playing sports in the bottom left at the basketball court. In the bottom right, you got people loitering in the parking lot. Hella traffic on the road. Big bustling city. You see a helicopter in the background. The world looks alive. It looks detailed and it looks dense. It's pretty cool to see. I'm pretty stoked about this game. Today, the second trailer launched. I think it's going to be an absolute banger. I've been impressed with what I've seen so far. Let's see. Another Forbes organic feature. A $3.2 billion opportunity. OpenSea CEO on NFT's unexpected comeback. Pudgy Penguins mentioned right there in the middle. Claynosaurs mentioned right there on the right. I'm not going to lie. Is this Azuki? Azuki's hella overrated in my opinion. But the other two are fantastic. Those guys really are pushing the envelope. They really are transcending Web3. They're creating something that people can like outside of crypto. And that's what's really cool about what they're up to. Bad Bunny announces a world tour and skips the US. I don't think that's I don't think he did that for that reason. I'm sure he's going to announce a US tour eventually, right? No way. Look at how they did this, bro. He got the gopher look. He said, "What up, twin?" with that emoji. Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. Okay, wait. I gotta show you guys something. Because this is another thing that's been creating a lot of controversy on Twitter. And I want to see your guys' take on it. Because me personally, I don't get the controversy. This video that I'm about to show you is the #1 most hated video on crypto TikTok, on crypto X right now. This is a video that has caused so much drama, so much mudslinging, so much hate and vitriol. Please let me know what you think about this video and whether or not you think that hate is justified.
Whoa, hi MTV. Welcome to the Baddie Crib.
Flashing. Lights, lights, lights. Flashing. Lights, lights, lights. Flashing. Lights.
Watch the pay to be here rug, it's expensive. We'll cut that part out. I'm not really a pool queen. I never use this table, I'm rich. We've got our big balloon vault because it's where we keep all of our baddie money. Obviously, we have a piano player come every single morning. Vibes are immaculate in the living room.
Let's just pause and see what we're seeing. We got a girl playing the piano. We got a girl playing pool. We got a bunch of girls in the background having conversations. Have you seen anything in this video so far that's offensive? Anything in this video besides just people having fun? So far, so great, right? Let's continue. Keep in mind, this is the most controversial video on Crypto X right now.
We've got all of our admirers sending us flowers on the daily. You know the vibes.
And that is so true. If you've ever met a crypto boy, they are some of the most down bad dirty simps in the entire world. They will not just send you a flower, they will send you the whole damn garden. Look at that thing. There's 1,000 fucking flowers in that bundle.
Maybe we should take you out to the pool. I bet you've never seen anything like it before. Obviously, we have our crest on the door because we're rich like that.
This is for Barachain, by the way, which is, am I tripping? It's a L2, right? But yeah, it's a...
And we do have our own crest.
Is it an L1? I'm gonna have to jump in and research after this.
No, it's true. And then we've got the pool area. This is where we stake in our validator and make a lot of effing money.
Okay, anything wrong with what's been said so far? Have you guys identified any point that is worthy of controversy? She's literally talking about staking in validators. It is a very, very crypto-centric video so far. There is no straying, there's no patent obscenity or offensiveness. It's literally just a video.
I would dive right in, but I just got my hair done. All right, let's go see what the hell is going on upstairs.
What the hell?
You see, we're just having a simple brunch right now. We do this every single Sunday because we can't get enough of each other. Let's take the elevator because
Everybody hanging out, having conversations, networking. Like, I'm not going to show you the rest of the video because it doesn't really differ much from what you've already seen, but there's nothing worthy of controversy in the whole video. It's just a bunch of girls having fun, talking crypto and doing crypto in a house. And crypto Twitter, for some reason, blew up like they are doing something terrible. It's one of the weirdest phenomenons I've seen in the space for a long time. When I first saw the shitstorm, I was like, okay, they must be doing something terrible. But then when I actually watched the video, it was like so normal. I just really don't understand. Check out the X account McBaron. Let's do it. McBaron. What, you mean this one right here? Cherry McBaron? 1 following, 0 followers? Are you talking about this one? Is this your X account? Oh, the checked one? McBaron. This one right here, McBaron's. Okay, so it's a McDonald's Barron Trump narrative. Yeah. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. Do I think it'll be particularly popular? No. Unless there really is some solid connection between them, but not really. Trump, the dad, Big Don, he was the one that did the McDonald's thing. Barron didn't do any of that. Also, if you look at your chart, that shit's getting some pretty heavy sells on there right now. But all time it looks fine. But this was a rug pull. Like, you seen this candle? This thing went hella far up, million market cap, got instantly sent down 95%. It was a rug pull. I guess they're in the CTO stage right now because they're showing a little sign of life. Picking it back up to 350K is not bad by any means. 350K is great. Yeah, a lot of people sold. My brother in Christ, I think only one person sold. It would be really hard to coordinate a lot of people selling in just one candle like that. But yeah. I see you, I see you. Check out this project. Anyone in here an Ethereum maxi? EtherSafe climbing up well. Look at that. I fucking told you guys. I told you guys. Not financial advice, do your own research, but we had this on the stream yesterday at 70K. Now it's times 2. Still climbing. A lot of green candles in there. Bruh. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them financially free. They are cooking over here at EtherSafe. It's a slow cook. It's a slow cook, but believe you me, it's marinating. Good momentum on that chart. I like what I'm seeing. I even posted that shit in my Telegram. I never post calls in my Telegram. 7 hours, 11 minutes old, 550K market cap. Look at that chart. It's a damn good looking chart. I think there must be some artificial volume on this because there's way too much up and down. But 2.8 mil volume, you're looking at a little less than 8 hours old. Still pushing all-time high right now. 800K at the top. Well, I guess 600K at the top. On track to 800K. Not bad by any means. Based on their trajectory, based on how they moved thus far, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pretty deep retrace at this point. But they've shown remarkable resilience and ability to recover through pretty much every low that they've had. So I think it'll do all right. As I recall, I gotta check this DM, but I don't want to. Oh, yeah, we can show this DM on stream. Jakey says, yo, you want in on the talent show stream on Thursday at 7 p.m.? Absolutely, dog. I will be there. Just let me know the info. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm him. I'm him. I'm closing deals out here. Do you see who's in my fucking DMs? You see who's in my fucking DMs? Excuse me? Bro. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll fucking say. I'm him. That's crazy. So you just heard it here first, y'all. I'm gonna be on Jakey's Based House stream this Thursday. I'll see you guys over there when it's on. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna have to cook up a little bit of a freestyle or rap or what. Hey, take a look at this one, because this is one I showed on stream before. This is Gochi AI. It's Tamagotchi on Solana blockchain. It's gamified yield farming. And it looks fantastic.
This is a crypto rap exclusive.
The branding, the UI, all of that stuff looks great. I put you guys onto this a long time ago. Today, the first 1,000 players were allowed to access the Gochi beta. It's already filled up, I think. I think it's too late for you guys to participate. But if you were paying attention, if you jumped in and you had followed them earlier, you would see it. My friend is running the show over there. I didn't get in on the beta, but I think I'm actually going to message him and see if he'll let me in on the beta, just because it looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, it looks great. Let's see. They said show how many points you already have. Bro, are you kidding me? Look how good this looks. Deadass, look how good this looks. This is on the mobile browser for this game. This is a Solana game. A Solana game that gives you Solana. It rewards you coins for feeding and taking care of your Tamagotchi. Look at the UI on that. It is flawless. It looks so good. If this thing actually delivers, it's going to be huge. That is really, really good looking. Alright, come prepared with a 2-minute performing act. We'll send link here when it starts for you to join. Alright. 2-minute performing act. Guys, what should I do for my performing act? I gotta rap, obviously. But I should rap about Jakey, right? And I should do something else. Jakey likes the bombastic. He likes the bold. I should be rapping, and then, I don't know, maybe I'll get a friend like pull up on me and shoot me with paintballs or something. Endless possibilities. It's going to be so much fun to be on that stream. I'm excited. I think what they're doing is dope. For those of you guys who don't know, Jakey has put together a program called the Based House, right? I think it's with 2 Ds. Yeah. Look, this is probably a trailer explaining it. He'll explain it better than I do.
The Based. This summer at the Based House. For the last 8 months, we've been living and creating out of our 2-bedroom apartment, sleeping in bunk beds, sharing the same bathroom. But this summer, we officially upgrade to the Based House. 7 creators weekly.
That crib looks hella nice. Are you guys seeing that? Wait. Look, with the towers and shit? Nah, that is dummy nice. And I'm not gonna lie, this looks like it's close to my neighborhood too. This is in LA.
To the Based House. 7 creators, weekly challenges, vlogs, streams, a 24/7 creative environment for creators to flourish. With the main objective of signing the final 2 creators left in the house at the end of the summer to Super Bass Production. The Based House talent shows began on Monday, April 14th to find our 7 creators. There will be more details in the replies below. Show up.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a 150% chance that I would be perfect for the role. My only challenge is I don't actually want to live there. Like, I have my own place that's hella nice. I got my fucking girl and my pets and shit. I gotta like do shit around the house. I don't think I'm gonna end up living there with them, but I will audition. I will wow them in the audition. I will get the invitation. I will then reject the invitation, but I will show up for sure. I'll be out there. Trap Lemonade says you don't have enough motion to be acknowledged. Trap Lemonade, you realize that this guy literally just fucking DM'd me and told me to show up to the show, bro. Like, are you brain on backwards fucking stupid, bro? I'ma just block you right now, bro. You are probably the dumbest person I've ever seen on my stream. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But yeah. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna participate. I'm gonna audition. They're gonna love me. I'm gonna be at the house. But I'm only gonna be at the house sometimes. I'm not gonna live there like all of them. But I definitely am gonna be pulling up and shooting with them. Because it's probably hella close to my neighborhood too. Maybe they would let me not live there, but live close by and commute. But yeah, the vibes there are gonna be crazy. I'm definitely gonna show up like as a side character or whatever. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Look at that. It's reality TV coming to the blockchain with an emphasis on Web3 creators. That is magnificent, right? That really is going to be entertaining, exciting, hilarious. Jakey and the guys over there at Superbase, the other guy, what's his name? Is it Sam or something? What's that guy's name? He follows me too. Superbase. Where's this guy? They partner with Sydney Sweeney, by the way. So there's a non-zero chance that Sydney Sweeney will literally be at the Based House. Just let that register for a second. Steve, that was it. Not Sam, it's Steve. Yeah. Shout out to Steve. That's crazy. It's crazy. The last thing you see before an ironic Barachain music video appears on your timeline. Well, it doesn't have to be ironic. I could do a legitimate one. Oh, here's the infamous sauna video. This is another video that's creating a lot of controversy. A lot of the content coming out of the Dubai Token 2049 conference is highly controversial.
No, not again. We're not doing this again. Seriously, again? The dev sold again? Are you kidding me?
Hey, you see Bitcoin's up 5% today?
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. Every single time I buy, it just sells. Ugh! I hate it so.
Bro, just as an aside, he smacked his face pretty hard there. I don't know if he meant to do that.
So much, man. You're pissed off. Oh, God.
Hey, P.
Also, am I tripping? His vein is really bulging right there, like.
Hey, Pia. Do you see Michael Saylor just bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin?
Did he not?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm sick of these meme coins. I'm sick of the celebrities. I'm sick of the influencers. I'm sick of the insiders just dumping.
I'm so at peace with my bags.
I don't want to do crypto anymore. I miss my mom.
Bruh, that was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. I miss my mom. That Jakey shit's gonna be so much fun. People trading my shit on Zora. What else is going on in the market, y'all? The Bitcoin Wizard Apple Hurler is down today, unfortunately. NFT Doc says, is this your new account? I hope so, bro. If this isn't my new account, then AI has gotten very, very complex. And they were able to perfectly replicate my being and voice. But I'm pretty sure this is me. Pinch me. But yeah, I think I'm me, bro. I'm not 100% sure. Some days I wake up and I don't know. But I think I'm me. Look at that, guys.
This is a crypto rap.
I drew that line yesterday. Yesterday I drew that line. It had a little bit of a dip. You could have seen an easy ×2 and change up there. If you held to the top, you would have seen like almost a ×4. That's pretty good. Pretty damn good on the chart right there. Yeah, NFT Doc, it's me. Make sure you hit that follow button on my brand new account. Thanks for the follow, Shop the Halls. Good looking coin there. One of the better looking ones that we looked at yesterday.
Crypto rap exclusive.
Ferna says, when Gork to the moon? Ferna, who? Ferna, what the fuck are you talking about? You realize Gork is very much on the fucking moon right now, right? Oh, this is not the real one, right? This one. Oh, never mind. I see what you're saying. This shit rug pulled. NFT said, thought it was a fake loop. That would be funny. Could you imagine if people were faking me? What I don't understand is how I still have haters left over from, like, I fucking remade this account. I hadn't streamed for like months. I still have haters coming onto my stream, bro. Like, where does that come from? What were they doing while I was gone? They were just sitting in a corner, angry, punching the wall? Like, alright. Yeah. Let me scratch that on this line. That shit, 0. How much more do you want, right? I've said it about this coin before that it's an Elon Musk narrative, and Elon Musk narratives are tremendously popular on, for example, Ethereum. But in Solana, they just don't really seem to have staying power. There's not... Oh, let's see. Cohort 3 applications now open. Cohort 3 of Solana Incubator. In September in New York City. Say I won't apply. Say I won't apply for Solana Incubator. I would have to relocate to NYC for 3 months, though. Why? I'm sorry. Isn't the whole point of crypto that it's decentralized? Why the fuck does everybody want you to move somewhere? Like, I wanted to do Mountain DAO too, but you have to live there for a fucking month in Utah. Who wants to do that? It's crazy. Y'all seen the GTA 6 trailer?
What you doing up there?
What you doing up there? It's hella good. Definitely hella good. It's like, I don't know. It's parts of it are off-putting, right? Like, some people are mad because they don't like to see the relationship on camera, even though that's the central story of the game. I understand if you're a very lonely person who doesn't have much love in your life, that if you see that trailer, you would feel a deep, bitter hole in your stomach. Wait. Once in a lifetime, want to dress as Pengu in NYC for 3 days and hit some banger parties? Can I rap in the suit? If not, I guess I'll just hang out with whoever you choose. I would do it. I would be the penguin, but I would be up to other stuff is the only problem. Plus the guy in there is clearly very short and I'm very tall. The guy looks like he's probably half my height. Super base. Let me join this community. Bum 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 param param pam 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 param 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 pam pam. Wait, let's start by understanding what Barabad. Oh my goodness. Wait. Okay, wait. Let me, because when I said this was the most controversial take, this was the post I was talking about, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not gonna lie. This is one of the most and granted, I'm a man, I'm not a woman. I don't understand the optics of womanhood. I can't, in that sense, truthfully attest or honestly give an assessment the same way that any people participating in this conversation would. But at face value, this post is one of the dumbest fucking things I have ever read. I really hope this is a joke, because if it's not a joke, it's the largest cringe I've seen in crypto regarding women in the tech industry. First things first, if a video by women for women is the largest cringe that you've ever seen in crypto, you are not paying attention. You are not paying a lick of attention. I see infinitely more cringe in terms of posts from men towards women on crypto every single fucking hour. There are so many abundantly cringe, simp, washed up, sexist takes on the chain. Why the fuck would you target some shit that was actually made by women as the quote-unquote worst cringe I've ever seen in the tech industry? Let's continue. It degrades all credibility, legitimacy, and respect that women in tech all over the world build day over day with huge efforts. Yes, you're right, Lisa Axelrod. This fucking funny video that someone posted on Twitter is degrading all of the credibility, legitimacy, and respect for every woman in the entire world. What a fucking brain dead take. What a absolutely brain on backwards, just truly fucking stupid take. Let's continue. I don't know who stands behind Barabaddy's go-to-market and marketing strategy. I remember the guy with the bear head putting off the t-shirt on the stage while saying complete bullshit. He looked hilariously stupid, but it was about him and his project. But with the message of this video, it's not about naked guy with bare head. It's about all female part of our industry. And it's IMO incredibly disrespectful and non-ethical. Let's put a pin in that. What the fuck is disrespectful and non-ethical about women building a space for themselves in this industry? You understand that everyone participating in this conversation, in the video, if you watch it, the last thing they say, they're like, who gets to be a baddie? And she says, every woman is a baddie. It is the most inclusive definition of baddie that I've ever seen. Every woman is included. Yet somehow, this is disrespectful and non-ethical. Yet somehow, these girls having in-industry conversations in a house that they're staying at, there was no element of disrespect, no element of unethical action in the entire video. It was so abundantly clear that it was satire, that it was supposed to be a joke. The main character breaks character many times throughout the thing in case you didn't realize it was satire and a joke. At the end it said, P.S. hope it at least generated you KPI engagement and someone will get their promotion for that. You stupid motherfucker. You are the one trying to get your KPI engagement. Like, this is the clearest fucking bait I have ever seen, because nobody with their brain on could possibly have this take for the video that was made here. Granted, again, I'm not a woman, and I'm not saying what I'm saying because she's a woman. I'm saying it because it is a genuinely stupid take. I don't care the gender of the person who wrote this shit. It's just fucking dumb, patently. So let's back up and see the response coming from the inside. This is what I wanted to see. She's going to give a genuine assessment. She is a woman. She knows, and she's actually on the team, and I think had an involvement in creating the video. Might even be the girl in the thing, but let's see. Let's start by understanding what Bear Baddies actually is. I'm not going to talk about the mission. I'll talk about what it's like being a part of the group. First of all, to be a Bear Baddie, you just need to prove you're a woman. Same thing they said in the video. The only threshold is to be a woman. You don't need to look good. You don't need to have a certain weight. It's not fucking Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion. It's literally a fucking in-industry connection group for women. Like, come on. No, they don't ask for pictures to see if you're hot. It's funny that some of you think being a baddie means wearing a crop top. That's not the reality. By the way, the girl in the video is literally just wearing a skirt and a t-shirt. It's not, there's nothing, like, there's so nothing in that. Let's continue. Women communities exist in spaces that are usually dominated by men. Dart on a dartboard. That is precisely what's going on here. Let's continue. And there's this tired idea that if you want to be taken seriously or seem smart, you have to avoid talking about things like skincare, makeup, or anything girly. Why? I wholeheartedly agree. They are having in-industry conversations, talking to one another about what is going on in crypto and what's going on their chain while they're getting their makeup done. How is that any fucking different from Aiden Ross and FaZe Banks jumping on the stream talking about crypto while they play Call of Duty? There's no fucking difference in that. Let's continue. Because we spent our whole lives being told to be the perfect girls, smart, well-educated, pretty. Danny says, hey bro, I left my life savings in monoblock chair last night and I lost it all. Any advice? Don't fucking do that again. You left your life savings in a literal plastic chair. Would you go to Walmart and set your wallet on top of a monoblock chair and walk away and come back the next day? No. Why the fuck would you have done that on this shitcoin, bro? My advice is mitigate your losses. You have to mitigate your losses. You can't invest everything into one play. And you especially can't sleep on a fucking coin. Number 3 rule of cryptocurrency. If you sleep on the coin, it will go to zero. That is just an inevitability. You will very, very, like 1 in 200 times, actually wake up to a higher price. And even then, it's not like you're going to wake up to the fucking moon. The best thing you could do is to stop, take your investment out, collect profit if you have it, reassess in the morning. You're not going to be around to trade it. Like, the thing could get straight up rug pulled. You would lose it all. You wouldn't be around to do anything about it. Be legit, bro. Take this seriously. You can't just put your money in and walk away. It's not that kind of game. Like, granted, holding things long term is important. This was not a long term play. This was a fucking couple hour old shitcoin on Pump Fund. If you have a high conviction play, sure, sleep on your bags. When you find that, that is a wonderful feeling. When you can sleep comfortably knowing that the next day you'll be at the same or higher. But it takes a lot of conviction to find that. You can't just do that willy-nilly. You can't one night stand a pump on a coin. Bro, just next time, mitigate your losses. That's my advice. Anyways, back to this shit. If you expect women to show up in these communities stripped of their femininity, you're not asking us to be professionals. You're asking us to be boys. Like, what was that other girl thinking? Second, I don't like when women-led communities are just pinkwashing. I like when they bring actual value. What do I get from Bear Baddies? Support. And you see that in the video. You see that they're talking to one another, that they're well connected, they're clearly friends, they're having conversations about the space. The girls, like, you can see it in their eyes and in the ways they're connecting with one another. They're on a mission. They're trying to build something meaningful. They're trying to make a difference in this space. And it's actually awesome that they have a space that's only women, so they don't have to worry about the usual fucking drivel that they have to crawl through in this space. A space where people listen, help, and share. I'm not being paid. I don't even think I will ever be paid by Bear Baddies, and that's not the point. It's not all fluff either. Bear Baddies does serious onboarding, DeFi education, and creates real growth and earning opportunities for women in the community. It's not just resources. They make you feel like you're part of a DGen cult. And let's be honest, that kind of belonging is essential in this industry. Again, nail on the head. That is pretty much the lifeblood of every major meme coin you've ever seen. Do I really need to explain that we're still dealing with salary gaps, glass ceilings, and systemic barriers to women's success and wealth, especially in cryptocurrency? Meanwhile, the internet's full of tradwife propaganda, so what's the issue with women reclaiming the same get-rich-bold narratives that DGen men have been using forever? It's not a problem, it's power in the remix. That's another thing. Everything she said in the video, the jokes about, oh, our Bugatti's in the shop, so we have to take the matte black Rolls Royce. That's all straight out of NFT Nick's playbook. NFT Nick, the choose rich guy, the guy with the big old nose and all that, he got famous doing that and being that character. And the second that this girl is that character, people treat it like a controversy. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's talk about sexualization. Everyone knows women are often treated as products. Hot girls are used to sell stuff and drive narratives. But women aren't born with the same social privileges as men. In many places, it is literally dangerous to be a woman. So yes, beauty privilege exists. What's the issue with owning that? You can't sexualize someone who's choosing to do it. I can't speak to this point because I'm not a woman, but what I can say is the video was not overtly sexual. There was no overtly suggestive or anything. And as I said earlier, the definition of baddie, as they stated, was just to be a woman. There was no threshold for looks, no threshold for weight, no threshold for anything related to aesthetics. It was literally just you have to be a woman. The most inclusive definition I've ever seen. Saying women shouldn't use their looks is just another way of telling us not to use our bodies how we want. If it sells and you're dumb enough to buy into it, that's your problem, not mine. And finally, please understand satire. That is the number one fucking point that made that first post by Lisa so just utterly off the mark. The video was a joke. How can you give a serious assessment and honestly say that this is degrading global populations of women off of a clearly satirical video? That's just being disingenuous. That's like saying South Park is ruining the world. Like, are you serious? And that's what makes it fertile ground for creativity, storytelling, and having fun. Don't try to take that away from us. Nail on the head. Nail on the head every time. Shout out to AIX, whoever the fuck this person is. I hit them with the follow. That was really important, honestly. Somebody needed to say that shit because that was ridiculous, honestly. I was looking for that post too because I remember reading a super brain dead post about the video, but I didn't remember which brain dead post, and I'm glad that I found it again. Because are you so fucking for real right now? I deeply do not agree with it. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like she's deeply jealous that she wasn't invited to the house. It sounds like she's deeply jealous that she didn't get to participate. If she was in that room, do you think anybody in that room would be having these takes that she's having? No. There's literally dozens of very diverse women in that house. And none of them are fucking talking shit. Dragon Slayer says Solana just announced they're bankrupt. Solana is plummeting. Solana's not a company. What are you saying? If this is in somehow any way true, I would laugh so hard. They're not plummeting, bro. I was expecting a chart that looked like FTX or Luna. They're literally going up. Oh, made you look. Got me! Solana's bankrupt. I was like, damn. Totally, you could come and live with me, bro. You did me a lot of solids. Oh shit, speaking of, the founders pitched to Tollies right now. Whoa! For those of you guys who don't know, Time.Fun is a new dApp that launched on Solana that allows people to trade people's time. And as part of that function, like they give a token for people's time, and you have to have a certain amount of tokens in order to interact with the people. And through the app, you can, for example, send them messages, you can schedule voice calls, you can ask requests, and they can charge you based on their token for the time. Now, Tolly, the founder of Solana, he's on that platform. And as part of a promotional campaign for the platform, they unveiled an auction where you could bid on Tolly's time to have projects pitch their project to Tolly. So today, I guess, is the day that those projects are actually, thanks for the rose, going to pitch themselves to Tolly. He's going to be up on stage assessing these projects. It's 3 projects that won the bid, and all of them are going to be talking to him directly about what they're building on chain, and he's going to reply to them on how much he likes the idea and whether or not he thinks it can improve. It's like Shark Tank. It's really like Shark Tank, but it's with the founder of Solana. So it's a super cool event, even if you don't care about the platform or anything. But did we already miss some? No, we didn't miss any of it. Starting momentarily, 8 minutes old. This is going to be really cool. Shark Tank with the founder of Solana, like. Is this real? Is there actually a MOG69? Can you actually use that code at checkout on Pit Viper? Huh. Do I need a new pair, chat? Do I have enough Pit Vipers, chat? I'm really not sure if I have enough. I only have like 6 pairs or something. I think I need a couple more. Chat, which color should I get? I only like the originals in the 2000s. This one looks nice. I kind of want the purple lightning ones, if they still have them around. Some damn good glasses on here, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I wonder if I should go bold with like a different style, like these goggly ones. The flips are pretty dope too. Should I do the heart ones, chat? Doodles excellent. Look at all the brands that Doodles has collaborated with. Adidas, Billionaires Boy, let's go brand by brand. Adidas, Arizona. Wait. There was an Arizona Doodles collab? Really? Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty dope. I didn't even know that existed. What else they got? Billionaire Boys Club. Camp. What is Camp? I don't even know. Coil Ray, that's pretty dope. Columbia Records. Crocs. Wait. Doodles Crocs? That's a thing? Doodles Crocs collab? Oh, wow. Those are pretty nice. $375 fucking dollars though for a pair of damn Crocs. Those are really cute though. I like that. I should get a pair of these, honestly. Oh, it was at Complex Con? That makes sense. I'm kind of FOMO. Let's see what else they had. G-Shock? A Doodles G-Shock? No way. It's a dope container. Is it just mint colored with a pink face? Yeah, that's alright. It's not the best. Oh, wait. It has a face? That's pretty dope. That's cute. Oh, it's got the little doodles on the band. I see. It's got the flowers and shit. Okay. That's fine. What else they got? Human Race. That's Pharrell's brand. That's fucking... Isn't that also BBC or is that some other shit? Am I tripping? Lil Wayne, McDonald's, Pharrell, PlayStation. The fuck did Doodles do with PlayStation? What they gotta do is make a game for PlayStation. Doodles partners with PlayStation for console music takeover. So this is kind of a spin-off of their music. They clearly have a lot of in-industry music connections. I need to do some work with Doodles. For sure. If they're fucking collabing with Lil Wayne and Pharrell. Rubik's Cube, Sway Lee, Lil Yachty, Tiff, Adidas, and then they just play everything over and over again. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let me follow this guy. Just follow this guy randomly. Jeffy and Jeffrey Epstein have one thing in common. That's fucking savage, OG. That's pretty fucking savage. Ah, man. What a good day. I just got paid $1 to ghost this guy. The future of dating is on Solana. Sorry, Tommy Urechko. I would have popped it too. What kind of picture is that, bro? You're trying to wow someone and you're just standing in your living room with a goofy smile? You could do a little bit better than that. What the fuck? Oh, it's starting!
This is the highest that it's been. Super excited.
Oh shit,
Doing
we're late.
Doing well. Thank you for joining us.
Look, it's Tolly!
Showed was a little sneak peek.
That's my guy!
Video that we're super excited to share.
That's my goat! My founder!
Thank you for joining us. So let me set this.
Thank you for joining us, and Tolly's just like...
Super excited about this project and honestly been thinking about it all week. So
he looks fucking exhausted, honestly, poor guy.
For those of you who don't know what this is, let me give you some quick background on
that guy works so fucking hard, honestly. Let's go forward a little bit.
Founders like Tolly, St. Jude's, where each team is going to have Tino. In the comments below.
The whole time, you can see from his eyes that he's like not paying attention.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm good. Looking forward to just chatting with you guys. Should be fun.
Fucking max low effort. Okay, that's so my founder. He doesn't give a fuck.
Hear me. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yep, for sure.
Alright, let me share my...
What kind of watch is that Tolly's got? It's like the Apple Watch Triple XL. Shit is as big as a laptop screen on this shit.
Hi Solana, hi Tolly. I'm SV, founder and CEO of Loom. I'm joining with my co-founder and CTO here, Renee.
Keep in mind, the original name for Solana before Tolly chose Solana was Loom. So this is funny.
Introduce the team behind Loom. I go by SV in the community. I've been in the Web3 for about 10 years now. My journey started with NEM Foundation. Tolly, I'm sure you remember from them from early Bitcoin days. After that, I joined IOHK, where I worked on.
Totally doesn't give a fuck about these guys' resume. He's already lost interest. First rule of a pitch deck on Solana: don't waste time with formalities. You have to jump into the ask. They didn't jump into the ask. They said their company name and they're flexing their achievements. Guy spent fucking 2 minutes flexing his achievements. Totally can't give a fuck about
Loom
that.
users can build multiple portfolios,
Totally
set up
correct.
a token, and set up automated rebalancing strategies, all in just few taps. It's simple.
Simple, non-custodial wallet that makes DeFi as easy as using a fintech app. Users can build portfolios, stake tokens, and automate rebalancing, all through a clean, intuitive interface powered by Solana, built for the next 100 million DeFi users.
We are building Loom for the next 100 million people who hold crypto on centralized exchange, but haven't touched
Totally is about a
DeFi
yawn.
yet. DeFi is inaccessible. 90% of crypto holders have never touched DeFi, not because they don't want yield, but because the experience is broken. The next wave of growth users won't come from crypto native users. It will come from the 400 million plus already holding assets on centralized exchanges.
I'm not gonna lie, like, all respect to SV, but he should have hired me to pitch this. I would have been bombastic, I would have been clear, I would have been high energy, I would have got totally hyped, I would have made jokes about him.
That's actually a real photo of Brian with my daughter. Brian owns crypto, he uses Coinbase, but like most people on centralized exchange, he never touched DeFi because, anytime he tries this, he hit a wall. Can I trust this yield? Why does everything?
This guy
need to
spent
be
like 20 grand on this meeting or
Do I
something,
really need to spend
if I remember
2 hours watching
correctly.
YouTube just to get started? So
Totally
I
is
began
like so
helping
bored.
Brian to get into DeFi, and that's when it clicked. For years, I've been building product for users like Toli or Pedro, people who already know.
Users like Totally. Totally like, what
But
the
we
fuck,
left
man?
it
I
in
made
just
DeFi.
just retirees, everyday people who got in but never got through. So Loom is for Brian and millions like him who just need DeFi to feel like regular finance. Meet
Simple,
Loom,
non-custodial.
simple,
He's saying the
non-custodial
same
wallet,
thing over and
built
over
for
again. He's
everyday
saying the
users
same thing. He's
with
not
proven
actually talking
strategies
about
and
what
instant
the app
improvement.
does. He's not saying about
Loom,
what that means.
Users can get started in seconds. Just enter
Okay,
your email,
that was a good pace. I like that he switched 3 sides in about like 10
no seed
seconds.
prices,
That's
no wallets
pretty much the pace he
installed.
should be going the whole time.
It's fast,
Totally is
simple,
bored out of his
secure,
mind. He's
and
barely
secure.
fucking awake right now.
And the
I
best
feel
thing
bad for bro. Let me
is
go
the
get my
instant
fucking
deposit. Once
bullshit
a user
hot
logs
Cheeto
into
fries.
Loom, US customers can instantly connect their bank and deposit through ACH. But here's where it gets powerful. We offer instant credit, so users don't have to wait for 3 to 4 days for funds to clear. So they can buy Solana and fuse selected assets immediately. These assets are
I can't believe
completely
RFK
logged in
Jr. is about to make
released
this shit
once
illegal.
It settles. So it's decentralized, seamless, and fully automated. Our credit algorithm evaluates.
They're gonna have to pry these out of my cold dead hands.
Signals to assist a boost. The more a user engages with Loom, the more instant access they unlock, turning every user into fast-moving DeFi participants. And one of the most powerful thing about Loom is the experience. Just like your traditional bank lets you manage check-in, savings, and investment account under one roof, Loom lets you create
The
multiple
UI
portfolios
sucks
within
so
single
bad.
app. You can set up one for your child, another
so
fund
boring.
for long-term goal.
There's
like
nothing in that
vacation.
UI that stands out to me.
Here's the best part.
It's
You can
simple,
automatically route
and simple
your
means
staking rewards or
accessible,
strategy gains into
but it can be
communities.
simple and still
Set it
exciting.
once and it just works. No manual effort required. Loom makes crypto feel like modern finance. And staking, it should be simple, not a research project. For people like
I like
Brian,
that. I
choosing
like the
between
switch to
20
stake.
validators and watching
That's clever.
tutorials on YouTube is a huge barrier. So with Loom, we remove that friction entirely. Now staking is
This is
just
their
one
greatest
step away.
strength, in my
No
opinion.
confusing menus and no technical jargons. We take care of
That they're taking
so users
staking
can earn yield with confidence
in
without
such an
needing to
intuitive
understand
direction.
the inner workings of DeFi. And common challenge with today's DeFi apps is that they require frequent monitoring and manual intervention. But people don't want to use complicated tools. So we solve that with hands-free strategies that run in background. The app learns from your wallet behavior and makes smart recommendation. You can choose what to do with your gains, keep them in USDC, reinvest into another token, or even split across multiple assets.
Is that Pedro the
Once it's
same
set,
Pedro
it's
from
all
Solana?
automated. No spreadsheet, no second guessing. It's just steady, smart wealth building while you sleep. And the market that
It
we're
is,
targeting
right?
is huge. DeFi today is massively underused, and the number says it all. US users alone hold over 400.
He used to be marketing at Microsoft.
Centralized exchanges. Yet globally, only 110 billion sits in DeFi. That means 1 in $5 have moved into DeFi rails, and that's the gap we are targeting. Roughly 372 billion remains idle on centralized exchange. So even capturing 10% of the flow represents a huge opportunity for us. And there's traction for it. We are already seeing strong signals that this is something users want, and they are willing to pay for it. We launched a $4.99 early access program.
I like the mission.
And within days, we had over 40 paying users. No ads, no marketing spend, just word of mouth. And that's early revenue with real retention and the real product validation.
40
Our
paying
product MVP
users.
is set to release
Oh boy, you and your whole family got it.
20th. And if you're excited about making DeFi simple, safe, and usable for the next 100 million everyday users, we welcome you on board. You can join our early access program at Loom FIDO app. It's just $4.99, and in return, you'll get priority access, everything that we are building, and direct line to our team, so you can help shape, Loom. And if you ever launch a token, early access member will be the first one to benefit. That's all we have. And over to you, Tolly.
That's great.
Let's see.
What is your, how do you guys plan on making money?
So currently we are thinking about a subscription plan. So using some of these strategies will require a $4.99
What fucking noise was that?
subscription. And we also take
Currently, we're building a subscription plan.
some
Like
transaction
what?
fees for processing these swaps and strategies. But the idea is to go through a subscription model.
Got it. So if you guys only make money as a subscription, you kind of have to scale to as many users as possible.
Yeah, so we are thinking about two different ways. There's subscription model to unlock.
I don't know.
certain
Tolly
strategies,
didn't bring his A game
and
to
then
this
there's
either.
certain
Tolly's
strategies.
exhausted right now.
So we
He's
make
not giving
money from
sharp-minded
both.
feedback. This
So
probably
it's not
isn't what they
dependent
had
on
in mind when they
subscription.
paid for
Subscription is
his
what they pay
time.
for people to, let's say, access.
Respect to him for
decent
doing
boost
it and for putting it on, but
money.
he's got to wake up.
things
Like, somebody
that
get this
are-
man a cup of coffee. He's falling asleep right now.
To access certain strategies, but other than that, the app itself is free to use. We make money on top of transactions.
Got it. Okay, so those are quite different business models, because if you're going after transaction fees, you're dominated by a small percentage that kind of have the largest volumes.
Right.
So it's that user base may have a totally different product need than trying to scale this up as a general purpose kind of really nice simple UX wallet. This is where, like, I think a lot of crypto companies have this get into trouble in terms of growth, because they don't know where their like bottom line is coming from. For the volume based one, like, this is basically how all exchanges make money too, and like the really big exchanges, Binance and Coinbase, they target basically Bitcoin buyers. This is how, like, the vast
Interesting.
majority, like, it's the world's biggest meme coin. if you like to
Nice.
put it that way.
Yeah.
And, like, where I feel like other wallets have succeeded.
This is some free
especially on
game.
Solana, like Phantom, or even Ethereum.
Now he's on a
like
roll.
The Swapper and MetaMask and Phantom, that actually makes probably the vast majority of their revenue, and that comes from less so Bitcoin.
I didn't think
purchases,
about
but
that.
Again, similar, like,
It's really
most
interesting for
people
the centralized exchanges.
that go through that UX are buying a meme coin. So if you want to think of it as that, that's kind of like that's how you need to kind of structure your product and your business around it.
Understood. Thanks for that feedback.
But like, I think there's as the world kind of gets more and more crypto adoption, like, I think, like, you as like a founder, you have to think in like 18 months chunks. You have to get enough traction, enough runway to where you can survive 18 months and then survive the next 18 months. Over the long term, as crypto gets more scale and kind of wider adoption, I think your opportunities for revenue are gonna change dramatically, and look more like Stripe and Square or
Yeah.
block, whatever it's called now, unless like
Good luck, D golfer.
of the world and
We've
people
seen
like
it
Canada.
before. We've seen it go up
Keep,
before,
like,
and we
this
saw
is
what
your
happened
founder
last
vision,
time.
you gotta
Just
keep
make
that
sure
in
you get
mind,
out of the
but, like,
elevator before it goes back to floor zero.
You to get there, it's path dependent. If you don't have enough revenue to pay for all 15 years, you'll never build the product.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. We'll
How
keep
can
that
I
in
help?
You know, we can definitely get some help, you know, with some introduction into people who can help us, you know, show us the right track in terms of business. Technically, we are a pretty strong team. We can.
I don't know.
We're not worried about that, but the
He needs
insight
a
that
big
you're
list
providing
of
is
questions to
more
ask
important
Tully.
for
If
us
you're
at this
getting
point
a few
because
minutes of Tully's
that will
time, you
help
gotta
shape
come
us,
correct,
you know, where we want
prepared,
to go and,
concise
you know, how to,
questions that have
you know, package
definitive
this
answers.
and even monetize in the right way.
Already, he's talked way too much.
What is your, I guess, biggest? What are you most worried about? Like, what's your biggest problem right now?
The biggest problem, since we are a U.S. company, and you know, we still have a lot of clarity.
I wonder
you
if they're
know,
hiring
in terms of
at Loom.
Operating a company within the U.S. The regulatory terms, because we are still using crypto on ramps through Plaid and you know, Bridge. So we don't need an MTL or anything, but the clarity required from a business standpoint is probably you know, those things. We are trying to figure this out on you know, with these companies. So far, we are good to go. We don't have any issue because end of the day, we are acting as a wallet. That's one thing, and the number two is obviously the, you know, the fundraising part. We are connecting to investors, and we're trying to, you know, pitch and people. And you know, once it is done, that's when, you know, we can say that we're ready for fundraising another round. We do have some runway, but the main goal is to launch the MVP within the timeline and bring the users on board, test it, and to build a solid product.
Got it. Okay. What do you think would be the best call to action for a user?
Hey, thanks for the rose.
Why would I care? Like, why
Smells
would
delicious.
I download this versus any other wallet?
We're watching
Yeah,
the founder of
it's,
Solana
again, like I
giving
said,
live feedback
the
on
best thing
projects that
about
are being
the
presented to
wallet
him.
is that, you know, it's for people who don't want to go through complex loops of DeFi. It's for people who want something really easy, simple to execute, and you know, something that will work for them even when they're sleeping. The personalized strategy models, the portfolio system, it's as close as your bank account, and you know, it's automated.
So-
It's easier than any other application.
So those are like low action users. Like when Coinbase started, they didn't start with those people. They started with like Bitcoin maxis. 'Cause
Yeah.
Coinbase was new, Bitcoin was new, and they were able to onboard like people that were really interested in Bitcoin, but had like maybe the tech and custody and all that stuff was too hard for them. So you need
Liam,
to
we're
find
watching. This is like
passionate
Shark
user
Tank,
base,
but that guy
Small
talking
enough
right
that
now
they
is the founder of
and, like,
Solana.
figure out their like core thing that's gonna make them like suggest this thing.
The
to
founder of
everyone.
Solana is giving live
if
feedback
it's,
on
like,
projects presented to him.
People that are you only expect to transact once a year or once a month that are not very active. Those may be important, but that's like a post product market fit market. Like
Right.
you have to get there first. So your first 100 users.
This is good
I gotta
advice
be,
coming
like,
from Tully. He's
excited about
he's
something.
doing a tactful way of saying that you
Okay,
guys
I
are
got it.
basically
Yeah.
pivoting
Awesome.
the
Well,
wrong way.
appreciate-
Like you need to
appreciate the
change
feedback,
what you're
Julia.
doing.
Appreciate the pitch, Loom and SV and SV. Again, just a reminder.
Doesn't the founder of Solana
$25,000
hate
to St.
Solana?
Jude's because of
What the
pitch. So,
fuck
again,
does that
always
mean,
appreciate
bro?
it.
Like,
Make sure to
why
follow
would he
us.
hate it?
Loom posted it in the
He made the
comments,
damn
posted their
thing.
handles, so make sure to follow them.
He's
Not only
dedicated
follow
his
them,
whole
but
fucking
obviously
life to it. I don't know what
follow
hate
the
it
politics
means.
journey going forward and see what they do next.
I
So
think he
again,
actually
super
loves
appreciate
it
you,
quite a
SV,
bit.
super appreciate
He wants
your
to see it
company, and
succeed.
Thank you for pitching.
Thanks a lot, Oli, and thanks on team. Thank you.
Take care, SV.
Yeah.
I got like that. I think he should have taken something away from that.
All right, next up we have
Look
Tino
at this guy.
representing Lux, the multiplayer internet. Tino, super excited to see what you have. Take it away.
Thank you. Hello. Oh, That's okay. Cool. Thank you. I am Tino, the founder of Lux. First off, thank you so much, Totally, for your time. Honestly, this is an amazing opportunity. Thank you to the Time.Fun team for hosting.
All right, no glaze. This isn't a Twitter space. Get to the fucking
massive thank
point.
you to the entire Lux community for your guys' ongoing support. We would not be here today without you all. And so, without further ado, this is Lux.
That was a bit of a do, bro.
The internet has always been about connection. That was its sole promise. But somehow, we ended up browsing alone in these separate worlds. When you're using the internet, you're
Good marketing video
tabs,
here.
jumping on calls, and you're sending links back and forth between your friends, just to feel connected. It's time we take back browsing from the algorithms that keep us separated and move forward with the future of digital ownership.
Tino went from that big beaming smile, and now he's got this hella locked-in expression. He's trying to read
Share
Tolly's.
discoveries in real time, ask questions, laugh together, build relationships that matter while exploring the digital world side by side.
Think it's an exaggeration slash jokes that co-devs of Soul don't even use or hold Soul.
Chat,
Definitely exaggeration and jokes. Are they trading pump fun shitters? No. But is that using Soul? Hell no. They're scaling the infrastructure on the back end. They're doing the very necessary, very important work to actually make the chain viable and continue to succeed. They're doing a better job than Vitalik. Does Vitalik hate Ethereum? If you look at the price, you would think so, but I think he would tell you otherwise.
Just the internet. Finally, multiplayer.
I like the concept. It's cool. Wait, chill. Tino, you're muted.
Tino, your mic's on mute right now, bud.
Thank you.
Yep.
Lux is an independent layer that lives on top of the internet, powered by a browser extension that transforms the web into a shared, real-time experience. It doesn't replace the web, it transforms how we experience it.
It's a layer 2?
With a
Totally
single
hates
click,
layer 2s.
The entire internet becomes a real-time interactive space. There are two primary components to Lux. The
Justin says,
sidebar
didn't Lux
and
rug?
the local universe.
That would be pretty hilarious.
With the sidebar,
Well, yeah, you see the chart right there? They got the chart right there, and it looks shitty.
We're on the same websites as you.
Me
It
jumping
also
on Lux to say, who the fuck dumped our chart on the deck screener page?
Party browsing means exactly what it sounds like. You and your party move through the internet as one, watching videos in perfect sync, jumping between sites together, and sharing every moment as it happens.
There's a couple websites that I don't know if you would want
For a
other
more
people on
immersive
there
experience,
with you.
You can enter the local universe, a dynamic multiplayer dimension where every URL becomes a unique digital location.
They use that rug money for this
Here,
interview? I'm not gonna lie,
explore
bro.
Rich,
Seeming like it might be that
generated
way.
Environments layered on top of the web. You can play mini games, join live events, express yourself through customizable avatars, and much, much more.
Drewski and
All
Theo
while
Vaughn
interacting with the content already
in Terraria?
This is browsing reimagined, where presence and real-time connection come to life.
Not him looping the same fucking clips.
We are laying the foundation for a more open, customizable internet. The upcoming Lux engine will introduce a full suite of developer tools, empowering creators to build custom layers, social spaces, and interactive
Totally is
tools
like, there's that word
directly
again.
on top of the
Layers.
website.
I can't fucking
From
stand
immersive
layers.
Product drops to co-branded digital environments, Lux becomes a canvas for innovation.
You're talking to the L1
The web
king,
is now
Buster.
evolving from something you visit to something you shape. And at the core of the Lux ecosystem is the Lux token. It powers premium features like Deluxe, where
It's the
holders
Lux
can unlock
token that we already
perks
rugged.
such as custom themes, zero network fees on P2P transactions, and enhanced social visibility. As the engine
I gotta give
opens
Tino
to
a ton of
builders,
credit
the
though. It
Lux
takes
token becomes
big
a native
balls
currency
to
for
come and be a
everything.
founder like
Avatar
this.
upgrades to exclusive
And
worlds, event
takes
access,
big balls to
and
face down
creator
Totally and present your product. Takes big balls to do it by
Solana
yourself,
redefined
and to
what's
do it with as
possible
much
on.
enthusiasm as he's brought to the table.
Lux is doing
It's
the
coming
same
off
for
as
the
a little rehearsed, but that's fine.
multiplayer,
I think
real-time,
he's doing
built
all right.
for the culture.
30,000 users. That's an impressive metric.
We've proven we can
way
build
better than the
community.
fucking
We've
40
proven
that the
we can
last guy had.
users.
The last guy was like,
Now
we have 40
we are ready to
users,
go.
so yeah, let's spend $12,000 on pitching our idea to you. Like,
Cool. What are most of your users doing? Like, what is the number one action?
definitely can't knock the
Yeah,
hustle.
so the number of places that people tend to visit the most are live stream or live stream adjacent locations.
Hey, I'm doing that.
instance, Podcasts on YouTube.
Hey, who's
are great,
watching this on
access
Flux
to
right
live
now?
Streams or any other streaming service.
sorry, Lux.
As well as live stream adjacent locations such as like Deck Screener or Pump Fun. You know, where you can assume there are other people currently. And to also help with that, we have a map of the internet. So obviously you can assume how big the internet is. Randomly finding someone on the page that you're at is, you know, lower percentage. So with the map, you can see where users
Me when
are
I'm
currently
deep on the
active.
Gooner web and I
Now,
see
you're
someone
not
suddenly pop up in my
necessarily
Lux
browsing,
lobby in
or
a
going to the
controversial
website
and
because you want to go
disturbing
there, but it's
gooning
because where
video.
other people are.
Got it. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Totally like, that's pretty cool. Now get the fuck out of my face, you rugger.
What are what's like the number one action the users are doing?
Mainly just communicating and talking and playing a game while consuming whatever content they might be on. As well as this also opens a door to making
I like
websites
this.
themselves more.
When you catch the kid who rug pulled
because
lacking
you
in the
have
Lux
experience
lobby.
in a completely
Meet me in the
different
Lux
way.
lobby,
They are
bro.
more so a
I'm gonna beat the shit out of your pixelated avatar.
So talking, yeah.
The game, you guys developed it yourself, or is it like a set of games?
Yeah, so actually, funny story, because it roams in a Chrome extension, I've had to build up a game engine from the ground up. So we have this proprietary engine.
It's
that we're
dope. I like the
building up
concept.
with
And the thing is, it depends on many people
so
using it for it to be
runs
really
entirely
like
in
popular.
TypeScript and JavaScript. And
Thanks
it's
for the
built to be
rose.
extended,
But as a
and
concept,
also first-class
it's dope.
for
Like,
multiplayer. Like we want to be the
especially here's the
infrastructure
angle that I'm coming
people
from.
build on
The
top.
Zoomer generation and down, their attention span is utterly fried, and this
is
is
your,
like made for ADHD people. You're gonna be there playing a game while you're browsing the internet.
Yeah. So our next milestone
that boosts
is
attention
simply
span.
just more users,
think.
more growth. We're at our 30,000.
GSEX
user
says
mark, which
another
we just hit,
metaverse
with
idea,
an average,
kind of, but
for this entire 2025,
yeah, I
we've
guess you could call it a
averaged
metaverse.
7,000 plus monthly active users.
7,000 monthly
so
active
our next
users.
milestone is, of course, that 100,000 mark, and just becoming more, just onboarding as many users as possible.
Got it. Okay. What's
Haha,
the
mama, I
bottom?
made it. Hey, chill, bro.
The
Tino's
bottleneck
goated.
is development.
Hey, shout out Pedro.
I'm the only developer on the team. We're only a team of 3. I've been developing this for over 4 years now, just by myself. And then I was lucky enough to bring on 2 artists, and now we also have
This is a
graphic designer
Crypto
who also
Rap
helps with the
exclusive.
Interesting. Hey, thanks for the follow.
I mean, okay.
Totally gonna tell you to get
What
more
do you
people.
think- What is the hook? Why are people like doing this? instead of
This is a
something else?
Crypto Rap exclusive.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Thanks for the
I
follow.
think the best way to explain it is, for instance, malls, right? I feel as more people move online, we're losing these third spaces, and we're losing these genuine, real human connections on the internet. Everything's very tailored. You're joining a
Definitely
specific
genuine
community,
and
that's
human
what
to
you're
be
gonna talk about,
typing to
whatever
each other through your
community you're a part of.
pixelated
Now
avatars.
with Lux, it's like running into someone in the mall. You can spark up these real, genuine interactions.
Cool.
I like that. I like that.
This is pretty cool. I have never built a social app, and this is kind of in between both the game and the social aspect of it. My instinct is you're gonna like the success of this depends on maybe how fun the game is, maybe not. This is like where
Yeah, I would say that.
but like it's pretty impressive that you've gotten to like 7,000 monthly actives. That's pretty hard actually. What do you think is gonna get you to double that? Like, what's the blocker?
I honestly just think it's pushing and scaling the servers and just helping with more development, which is why I really focus on, for V2, of the engine is because this is all live and stuff, but V2, I've basically just been reverse engineering other game engines and seeing how they're doing their things. Because again, I want creators to come and build on top.
I like
of
this
Lux,
kid.
So
I
that
like
we
this
aren't
kid.
The bottleneck of us.
He's kind of like,
custom planets for.
he's
Twitch
kind of like
streamers,
Harry
planets for
Osborn or whatever the Osborn kid in Spider-Man. Like he doesn't strike me as the good guy. He does strike me as a bad guy.
I've been bootstrapping.
But he's
the
like one of
entire
those
way. We
clever
have
and
had
endearing bad guys that can trick you into losing your money.
2 years, though.
So I like him.
Cool.
He seems
pretty,
cunning.
how old are you?
I'm 24.
That was great.
25. I just turned 25. Never mind.
That fool don't even know his age, but respect.
Awesome, man. That's pretty
Look,
cool.
so young, so talented,
help?
so
Like, what can I
passionate.
do to
I
help?
have
Yes, absolutely.
nothing but
So,
nice things to say.
We want to be a flagship consumer app for the Solana ecosystem. If possible, we would love to be introduced to someone like Nikita Beer or anyone else at the foundation who can support us on our journey.
That's easy. Those are easy.
Nice!
Like,
Nice!
yeah, I mean, like, this is,
Let's go,
I can
Tino!
tell that,
Let's
like,
go,
you're
Lux!
coming
Woo!
from inside of you, you're like, you have the founder virus in your head.
I've been infected.
Yeah. So
That's dope. That's so dope. This is energizing, bro. This is so
which
cool.
is great, like, cause I think a lot
Seeing
of
this
the
kid,
path and
this is like what
building
Solana's made of.
systems, like,
That anybody can do it. That you
building
could be
through
by
the
yourself
ups
on a
and
team
downs
by
of, like,
yourself and just have a good idea and just work on it for years. And you're gonna get there in front of the founder. You're gonna be connecting with people in the
it's
ecosystem.
challenging
I like
to
that.
grow
I like what they're up to.
businesses because you have to convince people to change behavior, to go do this versus something else. It's just really, really hard. So you gotta trust your instincts, I think, a bit. I haven't really seen this work. Like, people think that, like, if you do a bunch of user surveys and interviews and do a bunch of analysis, that's more like quantitative versus like trusting your gut, that you'll get there. And I've just never seen that succeed. So a lot of it is almost like an art. I don't know how to help there. So yeah, but like it's pretty cool. Like, I think you gotta kind of look at your users and talk to them and try to identify.
This made me bullish on
what
Lux
is it
for
they're
sure.
doing, why are they doing it?
I'm not gonna lie, this went way better than the
some of
last
best founders
presentation.
in the space, I think, that were able to push through that like really hard growth period.
This
where,
Tino
like,
kid, he's got
guys,
something.
Like, I think Axes.
He's got that
had
gumption.
20 people for a week, like their weekly user numbers were like 20 to like 100 for like a year and a half before they actually exploded and like found PMF with Axie Infinity. So it just takes like a lot of work to power through that and like iterate and like
Definitely,
I'm happy to connect. And like I will, like, we can do a live stream sometime and I'll mess around with this and do
You hear that?
my best or whatever, if that'll help grow.
No way. If I was Tino right now, I would be geeked. I would be crying if Totally said that he would use my app on a live stream.
It does gaming stuff at the foundation, and then like I can ping Nikita, see if he can talk to you guys. He's pretty friendly. But yeah, the congrats on the growth. And like solo founder is hard. This is like another thing. So find other solo founders to talk to, because a lot of it is just the mental fortitude to keep pushing.
No, definitely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that went really well. Chat, give an applause for Tino. Give an applause for Lux. Go and check out that fucking chart.
Yeah.
This is the kind of consumer app that fuels the future of the ecosystem. This is the kind of thing that onboards users.
Through here. So again, we posted Tino's X account and his company's X account in the comments, so be sure to follow him, follow that journey, and super excited to connect with the Solana Foundation.
Masterclass.
Totally. Super excited to have you here. How'd it go? How'd it go versus your expectations?
Oh, this is cool, man. The wallet was very slick and like really well polished. So
Look at Totally saying nice things about the shitty presentation.
And Lux has like a really cool vision. I hope they succeed. I think, again, like as you guys know, building companies sucks and it's awesome at the same time. You're never sure like what the next 6 months is gonna look like, right? You're just as likely to like 10x or to fail, which is why it's fun to be a founder. That's stressful. I think like most projects and most investments are like in that Schrodinger cat space. They're both alive and dead at the same time. There's growth and like signal, and also like nobody's sure if it's gonna work.
Because most don't, but then the few that break through,
Totally knows how the
vast
snipers
majority
move.
of things
That's
fail.
real, bro.
So like, but some succeed, right? And they all went through that path of trying to find product market fit. I'm happy to help like basically anyone in any way I can, because really the reality is that they're doing all the hard work.
And this attitude is what I love about Toli. He's so willing to help, so willing to embrace folks in the ecosystem, always willing to lend an ear.
Appreciated. Do you plan on doing any of these more in the
Thanks,
future?
G6.
Any other types of auctions or similar type?
Yeah, I
she's
actually
a
like
sweetheart.
this a lot more than the. This is my favorite part of time so far is the auctions,
Nice.
because I think with like this has been like the big thing that I've been trying to wrestle. How do we reduce spam and surface signal above noise? And this auction mechanism seems to do a better job than the DMs, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if there's a way to like combine where there's like a DM auction or something like that, where I only answer like 5 per week.
We are actually working on that and one for cause as well. So
Interesting.
we'll have multiple options. And
Toli keeps like doing his hair, but Toli, bro,
it'll be a.
you got fucking 3 follicles
That's
left, bro.
awesome.
You are not running your hand
What
through
would you
shit.
think? You guys have built a consumer app. How would like what? How do you do it? How do you get users?
Yeah, I'd say the user acquisition, obviously, as you see, is probably the toughest, especially in
Toli's there, like
super crowded with so much noise. So I think our biggest focus has always just been on the user experience. There's speculators and all that stuff at the end of the day, and we obviously want to make sure that things are good for them. And that's why we put in like deflationary aspects and things like that. But like at the end of the day, like we want the connection component to be there, and we want that to be the main reason that people come, and we want there to be true utility.
he's stressed, bro. You can see it on his face. His eyes are all sunken, hair's all gray. But you know what? That's what comes with being the founder of a multi-billion-dollar empire. Like, I'm sure he wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, that guy needs to take a trip to the Bahamas pretty soon.
And other things just to connect with you in different ways. And just like you said, you want other products, you want something like a DM timed or a call timed or whatever, like yeah, and we're gonna ship those things to ensure that the
No rest for the wicked, bro.
Cool. Yeah.
Anyways, any closing thoughts? I don't want to take up too much of your time, as you mentioned. At time.
Yeah, go take a nap, Toli. You fucking tired motherfucker.
I think folks that are listening to this, if you think you can build a product that's as good as any of these, you can be a founder. Like, this is like the crazy part is like these are one of the steps. Like I was pitching random stuff at like the Google Pitch Day, just all the path that you get like to get to like build a great company, get to product market fit. It all starts actually in these small steps. So don't hesitate and try, and like there's plenty of opportunities to take these small steps. There's the Coliseum Hackathon, there's Helios hackathons and accelerators and incubators and all this stuff. So like any one of these could be like a starting point.
God bless my founder.
For sure. Anyone can be a founder, and anyone can.
Could you ever imagine Vitalik getting up on an interview like this and saying that stuff and reviewing people's products and stuff? Like, no shade to Vitalik, but bro just does not have the riz.
I'd say a huge success, especially on both the company side.
For sure, right.
Awesome. Well, thanks for
For
joining.
sure. All right, get the fuck out of my face.
We'll be posting the stream in case you missed it, or in case you want to listen back and see those companies. Again, make sure you follow Loom. Make sure you follow Lux. Make sure you follow their founders, SV and Tino. And if you're not,
I'm gonna find that Tino kid right now.
Just follow Toli. You saw the advice he gave. So.
Where's that kid?
Only on Solana.
No, I put
Thanks,
Tino.
everyone.
Where the fuck is he at? What's his name? Am I tripping? His name is not Tino? What was his shit called again? Lux? Let me go to Lux. It doesn't show up on anything when you search it. That's kind of a challenge. Where is the actual product? Why is it so hard for me to find Lux and Tino? Oh, this guy, Tyler from Lux. Okay, let me follow this guy. There we go. Tino. There we go. That is so funny. He looks like, usually when people do the anime profile picture thing, it's like, yeah, right. But he actually looks so much like his fucking anime profile picture. It's kind of funny. Bro has the same geeked up smile. That's dope. That's dope. Good shit. And look at that. Barely any followers or followings. That gets me inspired. I'm gonna do a rap for Lux for sure. That was fucking dope. Thanks for watching that Crypto Shark Tank with me, everybody. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm gonna go and do some other shit now. Thanks for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you. God bless you. God bless your portfolio. I'll see you guys around the market. Take care. Be well. I hope you guys find some good gems out there. It's good opportunity. It's few and far between, but just keep an eye out. Do your research. Be careful. Mitigate your losses. You'll find the right way. I believe in you all. Take care and have a good one. It's been an absolute joy. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that whatever bullshit. I don't care. See you later. Have a good one. I'll be streaming later today, so see you guys then. Peace out.